Good morning. Welcome to Greenlight the Day. Happy 2016 to everybody. I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas and got a little RN. I ended up with a cold again. I got one last Christmas too. That hit me Christmas Day, and I'm just getting over it. It's everywhere here this year. There's been lots and lots of sick people, but I am on the other side of it and getting better, and so that's a good thing. But um, it's not always a bad thing to get sick because it is enforced rest, right? So I did end up just laying on a couch and reading and watching some TV for several days over the holidays. So that will be what I focus on as being grateful for in relationship to the cold, right? So there, finding the silver lining, right? So a common theme now when you're talking to people, because it's a new year, is reflecting back on the year gone by and looking forward to the year coming and wondering what it will bring. This is always kind of an exciting time, I think, because it's a new year and it's a new start. And yeah, there's all the cliches about resolutions being made to be broken, and perhaps that's true in many cases. But even if you don't um, sort of meet all of the goals that you set at the beginning of the year when you do a restart, um, I think it's always a healthy and a good thing just to refocus and reset and sort of um, take a look at where you are and where you want to go, that sort of thing. Uh, as you know, if you watch me at all, I have been focusing a lot this year, in the past few months, on being very creative and being an artist and painting. And I get such joy from that. And so I'm excited in regards to the new year um, around that. What many of the people in the online art community that I follow seem to do in relationship to their art and their life is they pick a couple of key words to represent this year and sort of how they want to focus their energies, perhaps. It's kind of like their mantra word, or and I kind of like that idea. I kind of and they use that word a lot, and sort of the actions that go with it, perhaps in a lot of the things that they create online with the art journaling and things like that. And I just really liked that idea of upon reflection and thinking about some of the things perhaps that you want to work on in the coming year and some of your goals, picking those one or two keywords. And so I've decided that I'm going to do that. And it's funny, there's a lot of words that came to mind, but for me, a big one is simplify. Um, we our nature, I think, for in many cases, is to overcomplicate things, to add too many layers of worry and complication and emotion and to every situation. And I want to focus on simplifying my life. I think that sometimes I do a good job with that, but again, in the last year and a half or year and three quarters since mom got sick and died, um, I've really been running, that chasing my tail game, right? And setting myself up in some cases to fail because nobody, unless they had superhuman powers, could do all of the things in the time frames that I was trying to get things done in, etc. So I've let a lot of that go in the last 6 months for sure. But I also want to remind myself to not overcomplicate things, to keep it simple, and to simplify my life in general, like get rid of the stuff that I don't need in my house and and perhaps in my life, right? Yeah, so that's one of them. The other thing, word that sort of has been stuck in my head for the last couple of days is discovery, is to discover, to go forth in this next year and just discover, or rediscover sort of who I am and who I want to be and where I want to go. Life is ever changing, and you may think you know exactly where you're heading and where you want to be, but that changes. And I think it's important that we allow ourselves that change, that we don't stay stuck in some place because last week we said that's where we were going to go. Because, the moment something comes out of your mouth to say, yes, I know for sure that's the way I want it, something changes and suddenly it's not the way you wanted it, right? So, those are going to be my two keywords in 2016: simplify and discover. Anyways, I really hope that you guys are having a wonderful new year so far. For those of you out there who celebrate the Julian calendar, I think it's called. It's Ukrainian Christmas is what we called it. Today is Christmas Eve. So Christos Narodился to you all. And I look forward to sharing time and ideas with you in 2016. I hope you're taking care of yourself and each other. Make a great day.